Hello everyone, I just wanted to pop in and say hello and just give you a brief introduction of what you can expect from me when I have in my title Project Life Style Layouts. So what I mean by that is that I'm going to be scrapbooking in the Pocket Pages from Project Life, but other than that I won't be following the quote-unquote rules for Project Life. I won't be going week by week. I won't have daily photos or anything limiting me to where I have to go in a particular order. I may use a full spread to cover one event, and I may have various days in there. So it's going to be a little twist on the Project Lifestyle pocket scrapbooking. So that's what I mean when I say Project Lifestyle pages. I'll still do 12 by 12 layouts as they come up, and you can expect to see more of these from me as I keep on trying to work through family albums, just like everyone else, tons of photos, and I will also be continuing with my baby's album. I just won't be structuring it week by week probably. I'll be probably just hitting the milestones of months or events that happened during his first few years. So also just want to mention in my videos now, I'm no longer going to try to explain the supplies I used, meaning like which supplier or kit I got it from. If you have any curiosity about what I'm using, please just leave a comment in the video and I will respond. I just want to give you more inspiration of what to do, tutorials or tips. I don't want to maybe feel like I'm advertising or make you feel like you have to buy something new or a new kit. I personally don't subscribe to any kits, and I don't shop on a regular basis, so I do try to use what I have. So that's what I want to hopefully inspire you to use your stash, maybe modify your stash, use it in different ways, and get those pages done without having to spend any more money or shop. So, but again, I just want to let you know that's what I plan on doing. And as always, if you have any questions, concerns, feedback for me, please leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I appreciate all your support. Thanks so much, and please enjoy the video.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this first Project Lifestyle layout. So on this one, it's going to be heavy with stamping, and so I wanted to show you a little tip on stamping with these wood stamps. These are actually Amy Tan stamps. So here I want to show you the problem with these stamps, the way they come, and when you stamp it you get this shadow, as you can see, around the O. So what you can do is just take a X-Acto knife very carefully. You can just cut right through the rubber and the adhesive and cut off that excess rubber all the way around your stamp. Now it won't look pretty afterwards, but you'll get the desired result you want, where the border of the rubber will not touch your ink pad, and then you will no longer get that shadowing, what I'm calling, around your stamped image. So I'm just showing you, it's a little rough, but it can be done. Just very carefully, just make sure you don't cut yourself. So I'm just trimming around the entire excess rubber around this letter O, and this is just an example. And I did this for the entire alphabet set. And so once I'm done here, like you said, it doesn't look so pretty anymore, but now I'm going to get the desired result I want when I stamp. So here I'm just going to show you with all that excess rubber gone. Now I have the pretty letter without that shadowing. So as I just said, I get that pretty stamping after I cut all my stamps and I continue stamping my title here. I failed to cut the R correctly. So you'll see in this R, I still got a little bit of that shadow, so I have to go back and trim that extra rubber off of that letter. But the rest of the letter stamped out much better without that border, so I like that. And so it turned out okay, and I hope that tip is helpful for you with your stamps, your wood stamps. So this one's heavy with stamping. I mixed colors on my title just to add some interest and to tie in the two colors from the blue and the bottom floral pattern of this paper. I used my date stamp, and I only inked up the number and the year so that I could stamp the word March in a different font. So that's a fun way to mix and match your stamps. Felt it was a little bare, so I just added some doodling there to fill that corner. So this is my first 4x6 photo for this page, and I'm using, I believe it's layout see where it's all 4x6s. And so again, heavy with stamping. I'm actually making my own little embellishment here by stamping that sentiment 3 times, and then I actually cut it down to 2. Just using some wood veneer as an accent. I tend to use a lot of just hearts, stars, and arrows. Those are kind of my go-to embellishments. So I have a little jar full of star wood veneer and a little baggie full of hearts. So here's another tip I'm sure many of you do know, to use your scraps, even if it has a hole or something cut out of it. Just simply cover it up with a photo and it makes a perfect layering element. So a good way to use those scraps and don't have to throw them away. So I just layered my photo here, my little one, the beach. And so I used another camera wood veneer, and I added a white paper behind it because you could see through it. So I wanted it to have a solid white background. I did more stamping there on the top and just added my handwriting, journaling, and again just trying to fill the page a little bit more and balance it out. So I just added some lines and finished it off with some more wood veneer here. And using my little trusty push pin, I'm still trying to use up some brad, so I decided to use a brad here. Very similar to enamel dots, just needs a hole though instead. And it turns out good. So that will finish that second pocket. So this next pocket here, me and my hubby, and so I had this little cut apart that I wanted to use. These all came from the same 6x6 pad, so they all already coordinated, so that was nice. So that's a nice little, again, another tip to use a paper pad or a pack that comes together so things already go together. You don't have to dig and try to figure it out on your own. And so because that yellow was kind of pale, I just felt like the text got a little lost and your eye didn't really get drawn to it because our photo is pretty dark. So I just outline it with my black pen. And then usually on busy patterns like this, I like to frame it. So I just went around the edge with the pen as well, just to kind of frame the photo. And adding another little bit of washi, and then you couldn't really see it because it kind of was clear. So I just added another little pop of yellow there. And those were the same 2 washis I used on the first photo. And again, still trying to use my stash of brads, so I'm going to use another one here as well. Again, that's a foam little stamp I've had for years. I got from Stampin' Up. I'm sorry, not Stampin' Up, Michaels. It's just a foam stamp, was in the it was only like a quarter or something, and I just used the back of it to use a push pin to poke a hole. That wood veneer I actually colored with an alcohol marker to get it darker brown. So that's another fun tip, to change the color of your wood veneer by just simply coloring right on top of it with a marker. So again, I really am trying to use up my brads, so I used another brad there, and that will finish this pocket. So here I'm doing another photo. This is a duplicate photo from the top, and I just have to explain briefly why. This was an emotional day at the beach. We had a little scare where my daughter almost got pulled away by the waves, and she was on her boogie board, and the waves were pulling her back and back and back, and we were really getting nervous. So it was a little bit scary. So this page is sort of like dedicated to that, because now I am a little more paranoid going to the beach. And again, I just treasure the moments here with my daughter that we took right before. We took these pictures right before. So that's why I have 2 of these photos on this spread, and that's what I'm going to be journaling about too on this page. So a little emotional spread, but we love the beach. I love the beach. But it was just a little scare of reality. So respect the ocean. So here's my journaling there where I just talked about our scare there, and here's the full page together. And so I hope you like this style of layout and my project lifestyle pages. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, please leave a comment and please hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.